Thomas Tuchel, you have got the biggest of big guts. I have never seen anything like this. Taking off Callum HudsonOdoi and bringing on Hakim Ziyech after Callum came on at half-time. Mad. My mind was blown. Chelsea won. Southampton won. What a crazy game. It's a good point. Absolutely good point. It could have been worse. It could have been better. We cannot pretend that this isn't a good point. Remember where we came from. We've won the last 4. We took draw 1 and 13 out of 15 points was good. Southampton is a difficult team. I don't want to hear that. They got slumped 9-0. We should be better than this. Look, at the end of the day, this is a great game. Teams show character, teams show resilience when they get slumped. When teams go down, that's when they wake up, everyone starts putting in the little extra 5 to 10% and it adds up and all of a sudden it's important. Stop being so negative and appreciate the point, and we keep it step into the Atletico game. Let's get into the review. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, okay? It's a good one. Let's get 150 likes. I want to hear who your man of the match was. For me, Mason Mount's second half was, it was fantastic. It's what I want to see from Mount. I'm going to give him a lot of plaudits today in the video. Some constructive criticism where he can improve, but he was my man of the match. Performance today wasn't great. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's a good point. And if you look at it from a realistic standpoint, and this is where you need to look for it, the lineup had Atleti in mind. No Callum HudsonOdoi, no Christians, no Jorginho. When you actually deep it, he played a weakened team today. And the reason he can do that is because we have a big squad. So accept it. There are going to be rotations. Don't hate on the manager. Back the manager at this moment in time. Let's get into the first thing. Let's go. Number 1, Timo Werner and Mason Mount in behind the striker is an interesting one. I don't think it's a coincidence that Mason Mount improved drastically in that second half. The way he was playing was phenomenal. I was so impressed. I was so proud of him because it was a mature performance. He was taking the game by the scruff of the neck, showing character, grit and determination, and being the man to say, I'm going to step up and take the penalty. I don't care what anyone says. I am going to take the penalty. Captain instincts. I loved it. His overall performance was good. In the first half, there were a few opportunities when I said he needs to release the ball better with that. It's decision making because he's got the technique, he's got the attributes, he's a very good player. He is definitely good enough for Chelsea. The problem is he going to have that instinct, the productivity in the final third? With Timo Werner, we can carry him. Creativity is not his strong suit. So if he's playing off that left, we need to have creativity in other areas. He had a decent game. He's never going to be the one that creates chances unless it's a direct run and then a cross or a cutback, something like that. We need to limit how many touches he gets. He needs to be just shooting and crossing. Literally, he is that player for me. He's nothing too special. He's just going to be either a goal machine, a high volume chance creator, getter, and a low efficiency scorer. But because of the frequency, the severity of what he's doing is going to be impactful. So don't get on it. We don't need to. There's quality there, and Mason Mount was man of the match with that performance. Let's get into number 2. As I was saying with the first thing, the second thing, the 3-4-3, I don't like this formation. I've said it from the first day he's come in. And the reason I don't like it today was Evan. If you look at Reece James and you look at Alonso, both of them are good players, especially like in the sense that they're secure with the possession, they're nice, neat and tidy, and they're good at. The problem is they don't have that individual brilliance to create something. They're not Marcelo. They're not a Dani Alves. They're not something special. They're just very good players at right back. If they were that special, they would have been wingers. But the problem is neither one of them has that capability to unlock a defense. So when you have 2 flying wing backs, 3 centre backs, you lose the opportunity of playing that extra positional player. You lose the opportunity of having that extra spark. Maybe a Ziyech, maybe a Havertz, maybe a Hudson-Odoi from the beginning. You lose it. Yet they played them, and guess what? Mason Mount gave the ball to Cho, and Cho played okay when he came on. But Reece James, this is the key, okay? Reece James took a shot, missed it. The quality's not there. Alonso can't beat a man, can't cross it in. You're seeing when attacking players are isolating someone one-on-one, they're different. But when you look at what's happening, when the wing-backs isolate them, it's not as much of a threat. It's not as potent. We need to improve on that. Hopefully, we will transfer back to a 4 at the back and have as many attackers isolating people one-on-one because it's good for the long run. Number 3, Thomas Tuchel is a brave man. Anybody that thinks he is not going to do things his way has lost their mind. Did he get it right? I don't think he got it right. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Thomas Tuchel got it right at the end of the day. I think taking off Hudson-Odoi was stupid. I would have taken off Reece James and I would have put Hudson-Odoi at wing back. I would have went for the game a bit more, or maybe taken off a centre half. But don't tell me you're not happy to have a manager of this caliber. A manager that's good, you know what, we're going to do it my way or the highway. I don't care what anyone thinks. Because at the end of the day, that's what he did. At the end of the day, if he gets sacked eventually, it's because he did things his way. He brought on Hakim Ziyech, he brought on Jorginho. He tried to change the game, tried to add a spark, a little bit of impetus into the game. It didn't work. We got a point. On another day, it's 3. But people need to stop with this nonsense. Oh, Frank Lampard, if Frank Lampard did this, you would have been... What are you talking about? Okay, Frank's gone. Frank got sacked because of dumb decisions on a consistent basis. This is one bad decision. As of yet, Thomas Tuchel hasn't made many bad decisions. So don't give me this nonsense telling me that Thomas Tuchel, if Frank done this, stop it with that, okay? Taking Hudson, in my opinion, was wrong. But it showed me something about Thomas Tuchel. It showed me character, it showed me determination, and more importantly, it showed me it's either his way or the highway. And that's how your manager should be. He literally should be like that. We're never going to win anything with Tammy Abraham leading the line. That's number 4. And you need to accept that. The way he led the line in the first half was preposterous. He didn't make no direct runs, no link-up play, no aggression. Him against Vestergaard was a joke. Him against 3 centre-halves is even funnier because when you actually deep it, he's not a good player. Like, he is a penalty box striker, and his limit is West Ham. And I'm sorry if I'm very harsh. People don't like to understand this. I was looking at Patrick Bamford yesterday. I looked at other players across the season, in the Callum Wilson, in the Danny Ingses. And for me, I can't separate him from them. I genuinely can't. And that can't be good enough for Chelsea to lead a line and help to win Premier League titles or get Champions League football. I am sorry. I am sorry. You're not gonna like that, but it's the truth. It really is. He's not good enough, and I'm so happy he got hooked at halftime. I'm over the moon. For any of you that said N'Golo Kante can't play in that double role, are we gonna apologize now? Because evidently he can. Evidently he did his job very well. Evidently this player is a very good player. I don't understand why everyone is so against the idea of him playing in that double pivot. Jorginho was rested today, and that's what you do when you have a big squad. That's what you do when you have a squad of players of N'Golo Kante's attributes, of Kovacic, of Gilmour, and Jorginho. You rotate them. And he was first to every ball. He was first to every 50-50 there was. And in my opinion, he dominated that midfield. The only areas that he let himself down was his passes that Jorginho could make. But that's the thing. You're always going to be finding holes in players unless they're Messi. And even then, you can find a hole in his height. Like, literally, you can't find a perfect prototype player. It's very different. N'Golo Kante can win the ball very well, but Jorginho passes better. You need to balance what you want for what game. Yes, you can get the middle ground in Mateo Kovacic, but Kovacic is not as good as either one of them at doing what they're best at. So please, let's stop being hypercritical and give the credit that was deserved. N'Golo Kante was phenomenal today. Number 6, and this was the defense, and the defense today really irritated. The defense today was slow and labored in possession. You saw the deficiencies in every single one of them apart from Rudiger. I think Rudiger was the best defender, so there's nothing negative I can say about him. Whilst I don't think his passing was up to par, I don't think defensively he did anything wrong. He covered well for Alonso, he was decent in positioning, he was average all in all. He wasn't an issue. Azpilicueta and Zuma on the other hand, that Minamino goal was a joke. It was a full-on joke. First of all, we're going to start with Kurt Zuma, who I blame for the goal. I think his body shape is all wrong. He is looking at Mina running. I think, whoever they got up top. And he's not tracking. He is not tracking what Minamino is doing behind. Minamino is running, and all of a sudden, he sees the number. They always say this cliche, don't make sure you don't see the number on someone's back. He literally had no idea where he was. Minamino does a nice run, stops, Aspi goes flying by, Mendy gets sold, boom, 1-0, and we're against the back foot. That was their second touch in the box. First to control it and dummy everyone, then it was to score. The whole game, in 30 minutes, they had 2 touches in our box and we conceded a goal. Guys, that wasn't good enough. That was not good enough, and it really irritated me. I understand if people say Aspi should have covered across. I understand. And Mendy shouldn't have been beaten. But none of this happens if Zuma switched on and knows what's around it. If this was Christensen, we'd be cussing. If this was Thiago Silva, this wouldn't happen. I'm telling you now, this wouldn't happen. But let's be realistic, let's be honest. It happened, now we move on. We got a point. It's important to remember that. Guys, I understand you're frustrated. I understand. Alright, it might dampen a lot of your weekends, but we need to remain positive. It's a 1-1. and it's a good point on the board. It's something that we can work. It's an away from home game. We got Athletic next, and then we got another big game coming up. Look, it's going to be a tough run. We're not going to win every game. We just need to get 4th this year. That's the target. We could potentially finish 2nd. We could potentially finish 3rd or 4th, or even finish outside. But we need to secure 4th. That's the main objective. So if you like this video, I'm back to recording. You know the deal. We will be having live streams every now and then, but predominantly I'm recording. You guys spoke. You guys told me what you wanted to see. So this was the Kavkas. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to talk to you guys later. Peace.